The first reason why this law is beneficial is because the NCAA already has too much power over their athletes. For example, they are in charge of who's able to play in events and who isn't. So with this new law, it will help decrease the percent of athletes who are unable to play. The second reason why this law is beneficial is because student athletes can now profit off the hard work that has made their universities and the NCAA millions. The last reason why this law is beneficial is because it will help student athletes who belong in families of low income. The majority of student athletes today usually belong to families of low income. With this law, it will allow them to open up further opportunities to better their game and to be able to get better equipment and be able to play on the next level without adding further stress to their families. With all the support the Play For Act gets, there are those who oppose it. Some reasons why the Play For Act is unbeneficial is because when money's involved, it'll cause more harm than good. Instead of having student athletes dream about playing for a university they want, the student athletes will tend to follow the money instead of their actual dreams. The second reason why the Play For Act is unbeneficial is because it wouldn't be fair among the student athletes. So think of USC and Long Beach State. Both have really strong sports teams, but which school has a better reputation? Which school would you attend if you had a choice? The majority of the population would choose USC because of how good their reputation is. Well, that's how some endorsers are going to see it. They're going to see who has the better reputation, Long Beach State or USC, for example. So if you're not an athlete of a top school, you probably wouldn't get picked to be endorsed. The last reason why the Play For Act is unbeneficial is because it gives states who have the Play For Act an unfair advantage to states who don't have the act. So say like you're stuck between schools in California and some schools like in Oregon or whatever, you're going to choose California because you're going to be able to make money. After researching the Play For Act, I believe that the Play For Act is beneficial for student athletes and everyone around them.
So, my essay is about the minimum legal drinking age in the United States, and my research question is, should the minimum legal drinking age be lowered to 18? There are two sides to this. Some believe that it should be lowered, and some believe that it shouldn't be lowered. Those who believe that it shouldn't be lowered believe it would save lives, and they have three arguments. The first one being it decreases the amount of drunk drivers on the road. Two being minors would have more accessibility to the alcohol. And three being the brain is not fully developed yet, and it would cause damage to the brain when it's developing. And for those who want it lowered, there are three for them too. It's only fair considering the government sees 18-year-olds to be adults. Two, in countries where the minimum legal drinking age is 18, drunk driving fatalities are lower, such as the UK. Number three would be keeping the minimum legal drinking age at 21 creates a forbidden fruit effect, which, if you don't know, is something that's illegal or bad makes you want to do it more. And my personal opinion on this is that the government should not be responsible in telling you what to consume unless it's legal or illegal. Then they should be not letting you consume that. But something as alcohol, cigarettes, if you're an adult who pays taxes, pays rent, works a full-time job, then you should be able to buy a drink. And yep, that's my essay. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Laura, and my multi-draft essay 2 is on abortion. In recent years, the topic of abortion has got a lot of traction, whether it is morally wrong to have the procedure done or morally wrong to bar a woman to have one done. There's basically two sides of the argument, which is pro-life and pro-choice. Pro-lifers are against abortions for many reasons, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but their main argument point is that it's morally wrong. And pro-choice advocates support that women should have a choice in getting an abortion, whether they utilize that right or not, and should be allowed to make that decision for themselves. Pro-lifers believe that there are many reasons that abortion is bad, and three of which are that there's negative psychological effects, it's morally wrong and painful for the baby, and it goes against religion and the Bible. So pro-lifers believe that a baby is seen as human at the point of conception, so any form of abortion would be equivalent to murder. And then going off of the negative psychological effects, there was a study done on Dutch women who had undergone abortion, and they were followed up with for over a course of 3 years. And over that time, their relationships with their loved ones diminished, and there was an increase in depression and anxiety in those women. Pro-choice advocates have a couple of arguments in their corner as well, stating that there's overcrowding in foster care systems when women are denied abortion, as well as back alley abortions are an increased rate, and also debunking the theory that babies feel pain during abortion. As for the overcrowding point, women are not allowed to get an abortion or are turned away from getting an abortion due to their family. So they end up giving the children to foster care systems. And according to an LA Times article, in 2013, there was not enough personnel, supplies, or space for the foster care children. So the foster care company turned toward the community to ask for volunteers to come in and help, as well as donate supplies and turn to bigger companies with bigger buildings so the older children can sleep in their spaces. Pro-choicers also debunk the theory that babies can feel pain as early as 8 weeks by stating that the cortex in which babies can start feeling pain does not develop until the 26-week period, which is far beyond the period in which a woman can have an abortion. And there's other alternatives to having a surgical abortion. There's things called Plan C, which is a pill taken followed by another pill in which terminates the pregnancy. Pro-choicers also believe that if we continue to deny women the ability to get an abortion, it will result in an increase in back alley abortions, resulting in the injury of not only the mother but also the child. Many women are going into the ERs with hangers still hanging out from them, and it's better if they go through a procedure that is healthy and better for not only the mother but for the baby than doing something where they feel like they have nowhere else to turn and that's their only option.
Hi, my name is Yasmin, and my essay is about cosmetic surgery. With cosmetic surgery, there are many pros and cons when it comes to this topic. Some of the cons of this topic is the dangers of getting it. When you're getting cosmetic surgery, you're putting silicone for the most part, depending on what kind of surgery you're getting, into your body. And these sacks of silicone, they can explode if not done correctly, or if punctured wrong, or if anything's done to it. You can have a great blood loss because this is a regular surgery. You are getting operated on and getting put under anesthesia. There could be some organ damage that comes alongside with liposuction, as well as some internal bleeding. It may not happen right away. It could take up to a while for it to start bleeding, but you can never be too careful. And you also have the risk of infection if you're not properly cleaning the wounds and taking care of the place you were operated on. For the cost, it varies. In America, in 2016, we have spent around $16 billion in cosmetic surgery alone. On average, a breast augmentation is around $3,719, and a chemical peel costs around $673. And a chemical peel is when they add a topical serum to a person's face that will make their skin start peeling, and it'll leave behind like a fresh skin with no dead skin, and it'll help with hypopigmentation. It's beneficial to your health. Getting a rhinoplasty surgery can help you fix your nose to help you breathe better. A breast reduction surgery will help women with larger breasts. It will help relieve back pain and neck pain. It'll also give you a little boost of your self-esteem and make you feel more confident while going out